Now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain.
My friend, I'll say it clear. I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full. I traveled each and every highway and more, much more than this. I did it my way. I did what I had to do and saw it through without exemption.
I planned each charted course, each careful step along the byway, and more, much more than this. I did it my way.
Yes, there were times I'm sure you knew when I bit off more than I could chew.
But through it all, when there was doubt, I ate it up and spit it out.
I faced it all, and I stood tall, and did it my way. I've loved, I've laughed and cried, I've had my fill, my share of losing.
And now, as tears subside, I find it all so amusing to think I did all that.
Isang taon na po ang lumipas mula sa huling edisyon ng torneyong ito. Maligayang pagdating sa OCPH Nationals 2023 OCMania 4K 7K Tournament. Ako po ang inyong head commentator ngayon, Sir Q85, at aking kasama sa commentary booth ngayon, si Arcat. Actually, hindi ko pwede sabihin ng username niya sa Twitch, I think. At saka si Yuki Nameng.
Magandang gabi, bayan.
Hi everyone.
Ba't nga ba yan yung username mo? Pwede matanong?
Ewan ko ba? Ba't ba kasi ganun? Natalo kasi ako ng dare kay Itawachi. Shout out kay Itawachi sa chat. Hi!
Yun. Anyways, as we mentioned, today is the start of the tournament practically for all of us na. Kasi ngayong gabi, tonight is our Qualifiers Mappool showcase. So, yeah, for those who are veterans na, the format is actually the same as last year. Yes, the format is the same as last year. Tig-anim na map. Ang sa 4K at saka 7K, dalawang beses lalaruin. Best attempt will be counted. So, yan, madali. Yan, that's the easy part out. Okay. Also joining us mamaya sa sa commentary is sila West Els, pero as far as I know, sa akin nalalaman may scrimmage pa sila kalaban ang Japan. Scrimmage match ata. So mamaya pa siya konti dadating. Pero anyways, kamusta na kayo?
Okay lang ako. Honestly, I'm both excited for PHNM and Conquest at the same time. Kaso nga lang syempre hectic ang schedule. Medyo namamatay na rin. Medyo hindi na rin okay pero kinakaya pa naman. How about you, Arj?
Yeah, so far so good. I'm still sane enough to be here. But yeah, overall, like with the current installment of PH Nationals, I am super excited on what's to come, especially with the players that are currently registered and the qualifiers that they're gonna be playing throughout this week or the next weekend rather.
Yeah, no. Another change that happened over the year. Nadagdagan po ang ating host list from 3 naging 4 na.
Let's
Arj,
go!
kamusta ang feeling na maging co-host?
Man, I don't know, man. This is the first time I've ever hosted a major tourney. Like, you know, prior sa pagiging GFX and being a commentator. This is the first time I'm ever hosting one. So I hope I can contribute a lot throughout this tourney, throughout this 6 or 7 weeks that we're gonna be around. So yeah.
Ayos. Also joining us is one of the custom mappers for this tournament, Paul Kappa. Kamusta?
Oh, hello. Magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. Galing ko lang sa outing at medyo dead yata ang boss ko ngayon. And yeah, ang sabi ko lang dito sa tournament na to is I'm pretty excited for this one because new set of Mappoolers, new set of charters, and so on and so forth. And may special announcement pala for 70 players later, so stay tuned.
Oo nga, no? Kaya pala, maraming niluluto for this tournament. Stay tuned na lang for those later. But anyways, handa na ba tayo, guys? For the first set of Mappools?
Yes, handa na. Woo!
Handang-handa na.
Okay, similar to last year, I'm going to say the line. We're going to start with the 7K for the purpose of viewer retention.
Let's go!
There we go.
Kaya na naman
Nasabi
tayo sa
ko na eh.
viewer retention.
Agoy sir, please play 7K para di naman laging 7K mauna every year.
Oo. Just to note, 16 lang po ang magka-qualify for both 4K and 7K. So, medyo malupit ang competition natin ngayon. And yeah, the pools are generally harder than last year. So, good luck po. But anyways, without further ado, let's start with the 7K Mappools. Gado, please,
And yeah, coming for our stage 1, we have one of the new mappers in this tournament, the one and only legend Tirx with his accuracy tech pick, which is the Flash Bulb, Swarm Hands, and Cold Fog. Yeah, stage 1. This is mostly an accuracy test for all of the players that will be playing this one, and as you can see on the intro, is just a very very chill set of 1 hop 140 chords, and as the song progresses, you will be seeing something special, something really tricky that might ruin your accuracy. And there you go. We're gonna start with some 1/6/1/8 stairs and with some of these mini jacks. So you guys that are playing 7E must be pretty aware for this one because this might trip you up big time.
And trip you up indeed. Alam mo when we were trying this chart out, everyone was I think everyone in the team was actually surprised at how difficult this is. Like, kind of what you expect from Turks, especially comparing to what we had last year na ang sobrang daling i-hack. Ngayon, complete 180. This is way harder than last year. I think we're looking at around Dan 5, Dan 6 Rise.
Yeah, honestly,
Yes.
if you actually try to act this, like first things first, it's tech, right? that's already hard to
Yeah.
act. So yeah, compared to what we had from the last map pool, this is a huge jump. I tell you, it's really it's just that it's hard in general for a I don't know for a tech pick. But yeah, to those who actually did register and will be qualified for qualifiers, try your best to get a really good score on this because it's really hard to get a decent score on it.
I mean, to be fair, the ending isn't too bad, especially that we're going to see like a bit more heavier chords, some lighter patterning. Para dito yung pinaka chord jockey na part of this chart, and this is going to be free act for those people capable of doing it.
Yeah, pretty much the heavy chords are the ones that will save you here with Ak.
And yeah, as
Yeah,
you
as
can
we approach at the
see,
end, yeah.
yeah, as you can see, there are some ring middle finger trills scattered somewhere. So yeah, you must be aware of that as well. And yeah, anyway, proceeding to the next one, we have our
Surprise,
latest pick.
surprise! Surf Clue 85 doing stage 2. Yes, we have AR Forest Clock Atelier, a chart by yours truly. And this is our primary release coordination qualifier for this pool. We do start with some coordination stuff really, like your super straightforward intro. Some 1-1 with 1/2 LNs. Di pa ganun kahirap, pero if you notice, merong mga konting 1/4 releases na. And here we go. Density immediately picks up for this intro. Super easy to trip up in this section, pretty much. Intro pa lang, no? Mahirap na. Tapos the patterning does calm down a bit once you get into the meat of the song, pero you have to note that the patterning here isn't exactly the easiest. Like, it gets abrasive, you get some rise here and there, and some 1/4 LNs that are just put there for the purpose of destroying your act.
And yeah, also the player literally just like claps. Okay.
He does in fact like clocks. Yeah.
Also, it's yung pinakamadali na section of the chart. So if you want to you have to gain act here if you could. Before we start picking up with the density yet again, this part isn't too bad. Pero we're about to enter that section of the chart where like budget Avril. Here we go.
Yeah, that's yeah, it's like
And-
as qualifiers release as you could get, and then you go back to your typical LN density or something. And I
And
think
ito na,
that's the
yung
part. Oh, yeah.
invert bracket. Yes, this is a pattern that I usually don't do, pero I did it for the purpose of this qualifiers. Also, some rise there, like, try not to trip up on those. Like along with that, along with the rest of the LNs, those are actually pretty tricky to read. And here we go, like standard ending, like there's some LN stairs with some longer LNs, pretty easy to act naman in general. And that ends the second stage of this qualifier set.
Yeah, so for those who are LN mains, good luck playing that. But anyways, we have our third map, which is PARTY by Mad Brick Tree. Alright, so this is OD8, HP8, and this is, as you can see, a chord stream / bracket pick.
Yeah.
Now, like, this is like around 140 BPM brackets. Let's see. So the thing with brackets is that they are really hard to get consistent with, and this is something that you would practice like normally because how absolutely ridiculous the bracket chord streams are. Like, especially on this part where not that part, sorry. That's just a really simple chord stuff. And then by the time that you get to the next drops, that's the time where it gets actually hard. So yeah, as we progress with those simple ones, yeah.
So yeah, it gets even denser as the song progresses, and yeah, it's just alternating. It will like you will have may pahinga ka kumbaga. Tapos yan,
Yeah.
may barrage of streams na naman, which is the mixed chord stream and bracket stream. Then, ayun, may pahinga ulit, medyo mababaw lang yung notes. Then, yan, so on and so forth.
But
So,
like,
yan, di siya, so overall, hindi siya ganun ka-stamina intensive compared, I think it's compared to the last chord stage 3 of
Yeah.
PHNM2023.
it
Which is
isn't
really
too
continuous.
bad. It isn't too bad stamina-wise. Masakit lang talaga sa kamay.
Yeah.
Especially
like an-
oh,
Yeah, people like I've seen a lot of 7K players do get better at combos on this one. Like nagkaka-combo sila dito. The problem is getting a good ratio and a good accuracy, which as you can see here, like as we can see, like the Mr. Short Straight Dog is having the combo, but seeing the accuracy 98.5 despite having an FC, you can really tell that this will really kill you in terms of ratio. So just a heads up for the 7K players out there.
also, just a short anecdote lang. This chart was supposedly harder on its first version. Yung kita mo yung parang tagad-tagada na drums, those were supposed to be a different kind of bracket, like the 4343 4040 bracket, what we call denim patterns, and those aren't exactly the easiest to hit. So we had to kind of change it for the purpose of the qualifiers. Anyways, let's move on to stage 4, Paul.
Alright, on the next one, we have our Ellen density pick, and this is gonna be Citrus's Raindrop. And yeah, let's go to the map. And
Maxus.
Ellen density, and it's mapped by Maxus. Shout out to Maxus for providing this map to us. Thank you so much for that. And going back to the chart, this is like your typical chord stream pick, but it's on Ellen. We have some set of /1/4/1 over 1 LMs, and yeah, I think that's for this map.
Yeah, it's very straightforward yet again, especially for these LN density kind of things. Ito lang na part na to, medyo ingat-ingat lang. Medyo, baka you might get tripped up, pretty much.
Yeah.
Also,
for this
before we continue with like the density of the chart, like something to note, this song was actually used in the quarterfinals of last year's PH Nats as a chord stream pick lang talaga. Alala mo yung round tatlong map ata may
I remember. It's
Yeah.
Raindrops. Then the other one is your map, Raindrops,
Raindrops,
And-
and Rainbow.
Rainbow,
Ang daming
Yun,
raindrops.
Triple Rain.
Yeah,
Ang
like,
daming raindrops.
last year.
Oh my.
So this song returns from last year pretty much, pero again, this is way different. Way different compared to last year, like the Pangsok Quadri PJR.
Copy Junior.
Yeah, very different since this is LNs obviously. But other than that, this chart is super straightforward, very easy for a lot of the players here, considering the skill level overall of the players here. Yeah.
So in short, if you can play Ellen, then you can play this and enjoy it as well. And one more thing, since nagpe-play na yung map na to, sana umulan dahil sobrang init na dito sa Pinas. Di na maganda. Di na nakakatawa.
Malapit naman June pre. So, pero El Nino eh.
Yes.
Magiging mahirap.
That's funny. Ang sobrang ulan dito sa amin ah. Anong
Malapit tayo sa dagat eh. Like,
That's
we're
true.
facing the Pacific, so it's kind of
that's-
normal here. Yeah.
Same
that's
lang
true.
po.
Yeah, here we
So,
go.
yeah.
Density does pick up at the end. Just be careful, really. Pero other than that, practically the same pattern movement. Okay, here we go. Up next is arguably the hardest qualifier that we have had in a PH Nats for 7K. Well, until
Yes.
stage 6 is shown. We have Mayurishina, Stardust Apoptosis, which is our mixed trice-ish kind of qualifier. Okay, let's see. Thing about this chart is that it's very standard BMS. Like it's so BMS. Some people might consider even playing this with a BM layout or 2DX controller or something like that. Pero again,
Oh
as
yeah,
long-
I remember playing this. Yeah, this one, like you mentioned, this is literally like a BMS map in terms of playstyle. So yeah.
I got zero on this, by the way.
pero Pero talking about the chart first. The first part is very straightforward. Like it's kind of like a just a pure chord stream really. Super straightforward. Like there are some movements here that are reminiscent of what we had for stage 3. Like some people might even think that this is super similar, pero there are some sections here where the density suddenly spikes, especially when, like you see, yeah, that one specifically, like a double 1/4 stair, or actually that might be even a triple stair. You have to be super careful on those kasi medyo madali-dali mag-choke yan considering the pacing of the actual chord stream itself. And there you go. Our replay person kind of choked there. And then break section. Long jacks. Single
Yes,
long jacks.
totally a
Totally a break
hell?
section. Totally a break section.
Bro, what the hell is this?
Akala mo, bibigyan ka ng chance mag-gain ng act? Good luck. And like, it's kind of a prelude as well to the ending of the chart where, again, similar with practically any BMS start, like, it just spikes at the end. Like, the density picks up and you're going to see like a lot more bursts, some more jacks also incorporated into the stream, maybe even some speedier patterns. Like, this is a chart that is so brutal on your hands.
Man, what?
As you see that ending, my goodness. Yeah.
This reminds me of
pretty much it.
Minerva. Oh no. And yeah,
There you
anyway,
go.
the artist name is Mayuri Shina.
But parang
Reminds me
galing
of
anime, no? Parang galing
yeah,
anime.
it comes from it feels like the composer is from an anime or something. And anyway, going to the final stage of the 7K qualifiers is my
Also
map
the shortest.
and the shortest one as well. This is Sati Skobla, stage 6 forest. And yeah, as for the final stages of the qualifiers, it's gonna be a tiebreaker style hybrid. So on this intro is just a simple L chords with some race chords, which is really easy, and it gets denser and denser as the song progresses. Yeah, it's just a typical tiebreaker fashion on how I charted this, and yeah, this one is uh, somewhat of a release or slash coordination. And as for the next set of patterns gonna be like very very light chord stream and with some Hellenish. And this part, I love this part.
Yeah,
It's gonna
this is
be
my
like
favorite part of the chart.
it consists of 1/6 stairs plus Ellens, and yeah, this is a very very fun pattern.
Tapos,
And the up the next to that is a much heavier chord stream.
actually, it's a pretty standard chord stream. Like, and it transitions again to like an LN version naman nung pattern
Yeah.
kanina.
This is a very way harder release, so you must be aware of this one with some grace stairs. I think it's like 1/5/17 stairs, so it might ruin your accuracy if you're not aware enough. And yeah, we're gonna be transitioning into like a Loki break section into a pause. After this pause, this is the main course of the map, which consists of a really really hard hybrid patterns. This consists of double squads, triples, etc. On top of that are LNs, which are overlapping to each other. So good luck with this one.
Halatang masakit lang sa kamay. And like, there you go. It's just a very short qualifier as well.
Fine.
And
And
that's
yeah.
all the maps.
And fun fact, Skobla means forest in Swedish. That's why it was named Forest as the difficulty name. Yeah, Nurch.
Also, another fun thing about this qualifier set, stage 2, 3, and 4, 2 minutes and 18 seconds yung tatlo. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my. So
Galing,
yeah.
no?
Oh, galing.
And that ends the 7K Mappool showcase. So,
And
we can go
yeah,
back to the idle screen.
and
Ano ba reaction nating lahat doon sa 6 stages ng qualifiers?
Ba't ang hirap?
Yes,
Yeah,
mahirap.
Hirap nga eh.
Imbes 5 stages of grief, nagiging 6 stages of
Yes.
qualifiers.
Oo
So,
yan.
Oo.
yes. So, it's gonna be like 6 different variations of, I don't know, pain? Maybe difficulty pain? So, yeah, like I
Oo.
said, good luck na lang sa lahat ng 7K players. I hope you do really well next weekend. So, yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I
pretty
mean,
much it.
And
Here,
yeah, one more thing for 7K players, may special announcement ako. So stay tuned na lang. After na lang siguro ng 4K qualifiers,
Oh,
gusto
after
na lang
na.
sabihin. Yeah.
Nga
So,
pala, before that, like 7K people, as far as I know, there's like only 18 or 19 people who register, so tatlo lang hindi magko-qualify. As long as you finish above those 3 players, okay na.
true.
Yeah.
Yes, pero good luck.
16 out of 19. My God.
And yeah, we did increase the difficulty of the pools in a way, especially considering what happened earlier in the year. This is the first tournament since PH won the World Cup, so alam na. Anyways, it's time to move on to the second half of this presentation. Arkat,
Okay.
kamusta?
Okay pa naman. But I guess I'll introduce the map pool with a connotation na this year has been the hardest and will be the hardest pool for qualifiers for 4K. And we tried to scale it based on the capabilities of the player list and the player like the general player base, and we want it to match the level of MWC instead of having -1 stage. So ayun, expect nyo na merong MWC na semifinals, merong quarterfinals, meron ding finals. Yeah. So I
Yeah.
guess we can start.
Yeah, I did play 2 of the qualifier charts for the first. I played 4K for the first time in 2 years, so
I
Just
have
for
not
this
Yeah.
played the
okay.
charts, by the way, but why do I feel like there's an ominous aura?
Oo nga eh.
Equalis.
Oo nga eh.
I don't like this.
I mean, ganun din naman yung feeling kanina sa 7K, di ba?
Yes.
Parang ano-
Yeah, but considering I've never played the 4K charts, I don't know, man. You know what? Let's
Let's
see.
start. Stage
Let's
1 ng
start,
4K, let's go.
Okay, so again, stage 1 would be SV. Stage 2 and 4s are Rice. Stage 3 and 5 would be LN. And the newest one would be stage 6. This is, instead of a tech hybrid, we will be having a mini tiebreaker. But anyways, let's start with Rentaro Soma Solips. This is stage 1. Your SV custom by not applicable.
Ganda ng player name ah.
Correct. Sana all. Anyway, this is your casual, not applicable SV hybrid. It has trading sections, but it is more leaning towards teleports. It's leaning towards stutters as well, and traps. We wanted this to be a little more harder than last year, which is Latex Confession. And yeah, I think this is more focused on knowing the song instead of knowing the patterns. Because if you don't know the song, or if you don't know how to follow the main sounds that this map follows, you won't get the whole gist of it. Yeah, this part, it is a mixture of like a burst teleport, but it is structured as a stutter, and we have slow jams. Basically a rampant like map. Alam mo yun, hindi siya tumitigil ng transitions.
Parang hindi ako tinitigilan. Ay, sorry.
Ha?
Oh. Ah.
Huy!
Ano
Ba't
ba?
may ganun?
Di porket ganyan yung pangalan ng replayer, huhugot ka agad sa sa
Correct.
showcase.
Walang nagsabi maghuhugot.
Pero yung tono mo pre.
Nakalimutan yata mag-mute. My bad.
Oo.
Oy, oy.
Uy,
But anyways, yeah, as Arcat did mention, this short list does not stop at all.
yeah.
Pero ano, it's not really too bad though. Like the SVs are really just there to trip you up for the most part.
Yes.
Pero once you get more into the rhythm, like it's not too bad.
Mhm. Basically, yung transitions naman is more on normalized, but there are some parts talaga na you have to look upwards instead of downwards. There would be slow jumps after a burst. And this one, it's so funny. The
What was
thrill.
that?
Lacrima thrill.
God.
Lacrima thrill.
Kapanahunan namin, ang tawag namin dyan, Kamui Trail.
Kamuy. Yeah.
Kamui drill, yeah.
Imagine having like 15 50s there. But anyways, that's the whole structure of stage 1. Let's now proceed to our round of 16 level Rise. This is your classic tech mix map made by the Funk, and yung pronunciation po niya na hindi po yung ano yung iniisip po natin sa chat. Okay
We
po.
say Kokma. Kokma yung
Apo.
sasabihin natin. Sasabihin natin on stream.
Kokma po ha, Kokma. Hindi po
Kokma
ano.
po, ah.
Opo. Sige, let's proceed to the...
Teka, para maalala ninyo, sabihin nyo, mapenge Coke. Hindi mapenge. Okay, tama na.
Alam mo yung ano yung Korean na girl na ano nagpo-pronounce ng
Okay. Tama na.
please give me sabi niya. But anyways,
Sabi niya
this is very technical map. Stage 2 is a really technical map. Well, although this is more structured like a mix patterning, it's also not that stamina draining compared to stage 4. But you will see some JS, you will see some mini jacks, you will see some burst 1/6 and 1/5. Honestly, it's just your natural, like very flowy, very accuracy focused map. Um, it's not that like I guess you can say unique in some sort of way. We can see like these types of charts on MWC as well. Yeah, I think that's mainly it. It has jacks, it has burst, JS, and everything.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Some of the more difficult patterns of this chart, it's not really going to be based on how physical you are, but how well you can keep your metronome, even though it's a really difficult technicality. Because the thing about technical maps is that, despite it's like not that much physical, at least in this context, it doesn't mean that it's going to be easy to act, because number one, you have to make sure that you still keep the same rhythm even though you have a lot of polyrhythms and whatnot. And number two, you have to make sure that you don't end up manipulating some of these, or you end up rushing, because those two are possible things that can really ruin your run, especially for a map like this. However,
Yes.
another thing to note is that this is going to last for 2,573 notes. That should say something about how you have to strategize on how well you should balance both accuracy and consistency. Because even if your accuracy is really high, if you end up missing once or especially twice and more, you will not be getting the score that you want.
Anyways, I would like to recognize the presence of Todet!
Todet!
Odette!
Yeah,
Ba't ka
bigla
nang
ako nagsumas
nagolat?
kanina.
Ako nagolat.
Okay,
Bigla ka na pumasok eh.
okay, everyone. I just came in. I just make pasok into the commentary, you know?
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. What are you giving preview to your commentary sa Conquest ba na tournament?
Correct.
You're making preview na on your pagsasalita there on the booth or ganun or something like that.
You're showing.
That is, tumpak.
Nga pala, how would you say the title of this song? Mag-ingat ka. Mag-ingat ka.
Emily?
Kachma.
What?
Oh,
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. Na-dodge niya yun.
Okay,
Na-dodge
magaling,
niya yun.
magaling,
Na-dodge
magaling.
niya yun.
Sige,
Magaling,
stage 3 na,
magaling,
stage
guys.
3.
Okay,
So, I
Go,
believe
go.
I believe long note yung stage 3, or is it not?
Yes po. Long note po.
Okay, so the thing about stage 3 is, well, Arkat, you could go on to detail more about this since you're the one who
Mhm.
had this.
Okay, so about stage 3, compared to our bracket stages, by the way, we basically removed the passive LN releases and changed it into like coordination and a more denser patterning because we want it to be more um like variety. Kumbaga yung patterning niya is variety, kumbaga. Oh, by the way, pa-increase ng scroll speed kasi 20 lang yung replay. Anyway,
Alright. That is not, wait, it's
Oh,
control plus. It's
Control
control
F.
plus.
Control plus, control plus.
Control Plus. Okay, so this is basically your LN releases, but more dense. We are straying away from like yun nga yung sinabi ko nga na passive LN releases because we don't want like yung mga players maantok doon sa isang pick, and especially we don't want players to be like alam mo yun, yung may bias, yung may finger release bias. And considering that the player base are more high level, so we are basically giving you the opportunity to play a higher level LN releases as well. Yeah. Do you remember like last year's LN release?
Yes,
Was like
which rounds in particular?
um like the earlier rounds, like round of 32.
Alright, so I can give my input on that. So round of 32 is Xeria, round of 6.
Yes.
So Xeria in its own right isn't exactly a very slow one, like Somewhere I Belong in quarterfinals in 2021. So what we're
Yes.
going over here is you're able to have these LNs as accurate as possible, even without the challenge of holding them as long as like super long. Because the problem with stuff like Somewhere I Belong is they're like the chord jacks of Osme in a way where you can just metronome it if it's really
Yeah.
slow. And the thing about slow releases is you tend to get very random 200s here and there, which is why we want to avoid something as trivial as that.
Yes. Basically we're prioritizing more finger control rather than just one finger at like one at a time. We don't like that. So we're proceeding with active releases rather than passive releases. But anyways, let's proceed to the stage 4. I think this is the more mix and more stamina draining technical mix map. Um, I would say that Lottery or Lot did a great job here because this apparently is around MWC semifinals level.
Alright.
Apparently.
So can we lower the stuff to 27? Because like this is a little too fast. I'm sorry for the 34. I cannot play anything like I can't play that
Jesus.
stuff.
Scroll speed jump scare.
Okay,
Oh,
but like here's
Toadette jump scare.
Yes.
jump scare. Okay, so the thing about this map is it reminds me of Ktuga, or I don't know how you
Yes.
pronounce it. It reminds me of Ktuga because the jump stream on here is really fast and in a way trilly and dense, which is what explains the 11 misses. But
Yes.
imagine Ktuga mixed with bursts at the very end. And you can
Yes.
see a glimpse of it right now at the start.
Honestly, this is a mix between like somewhere the BPM is somewhere around 230 to 275. So this part is, I think, if I am not mistaken, this is 230.
Well, I kind of forgot, but like it's fast. I mean, let's just say
Yes.
it's pretty fast because like this should really be around MWC semifinals of last year, or if
Yes.
and those bursts. That's what I'm talking about. The main challenge of this is being able to consistently hit the more straightforward patterns while not sacrificing the accuracy on the
Yes.
more technical patterns. So this will really become a mixed rice
Yes.
pick, a mixed consistency one.
So like compared to last year's qualifiers, like Eldritch Evolution, this is more leaning towards technical instead of like your usual like boring JS. Um, we want that to be like that because we basically want more variety, want more skill expression. We want players to actually enjoy a stamina map without, snoring. And yeah, I think that's the philosophy around this stage.
That is true. So it's really going to be challenging to just keep on playing this because you have to make sure once again that your stamina doesn't run out, especially on the earlier.
Oh,
runs.
this
And
part.
This is what I'm talking about. This is where a lot of my misses came from.
Yeah.
So
What
as you
is
can,
this?
so yeah,
What is this?
those bursts and mini jacks are really going to be killing your accuracy. And this is what I've been talking about a while ago. It doesn't matter if your accuracy is super high, if you can't exactly hold that consistency. So the problem,
Look at that!
yeah,
Ang hirap niya. Yup.
Oh my god, I can't
Okay.
even read this. What is this?
Okay,
So
you're just rubbed up the difficulty. What the heck?
yeah. So the reason why I got
Yes.
11 misses is because it's her playstyle, and number two, the bursts are just really difficult to be consistent on.
Mhm.
Again, this is where you have to try to see what you're gonna balance. Are you going to try to get better accuracy here? Are you going to try to hold for an FC?
Mhm.
Though, at the end of the day, the one who gets the higher score is the one who's gonna get the better placement in the qualifiers. We don't care what your MA or PA is. As long
Yeah.
as you get the higher score, that's all you really want to get.
Honestly, it's more of like your stretch of limit testing instead of forcing yourself to act this, because this is not an act map at all. So brute force, oh my god, I hate that word. But anyway, brute force your way is like the best thing to do in this particular stage. But
Brute
anyways,
force? The eighth dan map?
oh my god, brute
Oh
force.
no. PTSD.
Os,
PTSD.
Osu reference.
Also
PTSD.
reference, done course real.
OMG.
OMG.
Oh my god.
Anyways, let's go to the next map.
So
Stay-
this one,
But
Yeah.
first things first. What? Sino naglaro nito? Sino naglaro nito?
Oh my god, yay!
Yo!
all right, everyone, all right,
There's imposter.
all right, sir.
Impostor.
Okay, everyone. So what we're trying to say here is, if Serve to play PHNet 2023, he would probably qualify. Okay, let's go.
Real. Oh my god.
Low-Ak. Yan yung tinatawag mo, Low-Ak FC. But anyways, this stage is practically your LN density qualifier in this qualifier set. And very, very straightforward patterns overall. This is practically a jump stream chart disguised as a full LN chart, pretty much.
Mhm. And again, I would like to thank Hatsuki, also known as Akatsumi, for basically saying yes for an edit and a collab, which was supposed to be like si Akatsumi lang talaga yung magmamap, but I did some edits, and yeah, mas naging maayos naman siya. Honestly, I would say that this is comparable or like almost near, like almost comparable to Two Wise for You on MWC semifinals last year. But it's much slower as usual, of course, and it's much like not much but slightly denser in terms of like patterning, and the concept of this one is not just density but also you are releasing. You have that release factor as well. Again, we are straying away from your usual LN jump streams because we don't want that stinky pattern here. I'm so sorry, LN jump stream enjoyers.
I mean, for this is an LN jump stream for me.
I feel
This is an LN jump stream for me.
I feel attacked. Hello there. Okay, but anyways,
I don't feel attacked. I just treat this as an dumb stream and I'm doing
Oh
fine.
my god.
okay, so
Di ba
everyone,
FC? Di ba the FC?
yeah, see, there's the FC. I mean, hey, FC is FC.
Let's go.
Surfed you back with the 4K scene after 5 years.
Let's
Yes,
go.
5 years.
Okay, well, considering that
Uh,
Surf is
oh
the only
my
one,
god.
considering that out of the 2018 team, he's the only one that returned here as a replayer, I guess you could say that Surf is on his own.
Oh my gosh, 2018 MWC reference.
Bro,
Oh
Those who know,
Yeah.
those who know will know. Those who know
Oh
will
my
know.
god.
Yeah.
bro, I just want to
And
say,
mhm.
what the hell are these maps? I cannot
Yeah.
get.
Well, okay, okay.
Alam mo no, before you continue, alam mo to, itong map na to, like if this was 2018, this would have been grand finals already.
Oh my
Man,
god.
True,
Yes, this was
man.
2018 grand finals level. This is how hard this qualifiers are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yep,
I just wanna,
okay.
I
Yeah,
just
go
wanna
ahead.
say that. Yeah, I just wanna say that these maps makes me not want me to return to this game and just map stuffs. Okay.
You don't want to return to the scene? Then I guess you can go blind.
Pero
Huh?
yung
Kasi
stage 6
scene,
muna.
scene, mata. Oh, see, you can see it.
Oh.
Oh, I
Oh,
get.
anyway,
Okay
Anyways,
po.
oh, anyways, everyone, if you think stage 5 is hard, wait till you see stage 6. Let's go.
Okay. Again, this is not your technical hybrid, but this is a mini tiebreaker. This is structured as your very rampant MWC finals level of
Okay.
tiebreaker.
Alright, so I don't think it's tiebreaker level, but it's certainly a finals hybrid. I can guarantee
Yeah.
that. So
Mhm.
expect this to be very hard in that regard. Alright, so this is so please lower the scroll speed again, it's scroll speed 34. Thank you very much. There we go, thank you so much. Alright. So what makes this file difficult? Oh file. Oh no, I sorry.
Wow!
oh my god, Stepmania?
Okay, okay. What makes this chart difficult is number one, the amount of mini jacks present here. Number two, the long notes, and three, the bursts and the various rise patterns that you see. At the very start, you can already tell the mini jacks are really going to kill you, and
Oh my
those
God.
bursts are not friendly.
If
That's
you
the
think,
start of the chart, by the way.
yeah, if you think my part on Nightburner is worse, let's just you
Wait
know,
and see.
reevaluate that. Yeah.
Alright, so the thing about Nightburner is the chart in general has an okay start and then a really big burst at the end. This one, obviously, this is not as hard as Nightbreaker, or not even as hard as.
Like breaker, ano ba to? Keyboard breaker siguro?
Oh my gosh. It's
Oh my
also
god, now
not as.
that you think of it, yeah, it does look like that part from Nightburner.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
true. So this is also not as hard as Northern Lunar Node, obviously, but it's really going to be hard to consistently play this because you really have to be able to maintain it focus. Once again, those bursts and mini jabs are really going to make your wrists very unstable. Those long notes are certainly no friendly ones as well.
Jesus, look at that long notes with jacks. Holy.
Yeah, those
Oh
things are
my
those things are really unfriendly. And to think that this is probably the easiest part of the chart, you have to wait and see what's going to come for the future ones.
Like,
Yeah,
these bursts are extremely brutal on the hands, like, and like the reverse heal transitions are not exactly the friendliest talaga.
that is true. Although these now the part after this is what really gets me a lot. I mean, you can tell this is where my combo is going to be stretching. So you'll see what makes this really hard in a little bit. If the first part wasn't hard enough already, and here we go, the mini jack part certainly not friendly at all. And you have a dense long note section mixed with those mini jacks, which
Mini
will
jack.
really make you drop if you're not careful or paying attention enough.
This is where I died, by the way. I cannot play mini jacks with Ellen density. Oh my Jesus.
Yeah, this is really going to be challenging. Even the best of the best players in the country. So don't be
Very
upset if
beautiful chart.
indeed it is beautiful. And those mini jacks at the end. It reminds in a way it reminds me of a little slower Testify, but those mini jacks are so friendly. And it's not over yet, by the way. We still have some streams and mini jacks to end it, to cap it off. But oh my goodness, you really have to be careful with all of this. And to think that, go ahead, sir.
Alam mo, itong chart na to, ito ata yung para sa TV shopping na, but wait, there's more.
Exactly.
This is
exactly.
that chart. This is that chart.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm just gonna say this right now. To think that for all of the charts you see, only 16 are gonna qualify out of,
Yes.
I believe, 40.
Yeah,
Well,
out of 40.
and that is going to say a lot as to how daunting this task is going to be for all the players. It is certainly one of the most challenging set of maps I've ever seen. Probably the most challenging in PH Nationals qualifiers for 4K. Although for 7K, I think it's up to Surf 2 and Arch 2 and
I
Paul
mean-
Kappa to say that.
It's also the hardest for 7K as well. Also that ano, I think si Paul na mismo nagsabi on Twitch chat that stage 6 for 4K is actually a very good advertisement for 7K. Akala nyo mahirap na 7K, mahirap din 4K loads.
You know, at
That's
this point,
true.
siguro, like, I think
Let's learn both.
I think no fail is advisable na kung di talaga kaya. I mean,
Okay.
it can matter, pero just for the sake na ayaw nyo ma-fail, maybe score V2 NF is advisable na lang.
I mean,
Yes.
okay, just to reiterate to everyone, Score V2 no fail is legal. In
Yes.
Mm.
Like
Yeah,
your
it's allowed,
score
yeah.
won't
Ages ago.
your score won't be divided by 2.
Yes.
The only not legal mods I believe are easy hard rough and anything else I believe.
Easy hard drop.
Faden's-
Obviously
Faden.
half time, double time.
Yeah.
mga ganun.
I mean those will not be used in
Hindi naman yun
Fade in
magagamit
pwede.
eh.
Fade in pwede.
Fade-in pwede. Hidden
Random,
Pwede,
pwede.
pero sino
random
pwede?
enjoyers.
Also,
Although-
bot, ba't gagamit yung stud din din?
Okay,
Kasi
no.
I see your stat in 2.
I don't think okay, should we allow sudden death? Or
Diyos
I
ko.
mean, kita naman sa rules, di ba? Fade
It's
in,
not-
flashlight hidden.
Oo.
Pwede yung
So, yeah.
sudden death.
At saka mirror. Obviously,
cannot-
mirror is allowed.
we cannot allow sudden death both the player and the mod in this tournament. And you know why?
I see
Oh
what you did there.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
What you did there.
I see what
I
you
knew
did
it. I knew it will come. I knew it's
Alright.
coming.
But yeah, this is definitely going to be one of the most challenging ones, especially for the newer people, which I've noticed here. But this is exactly what needs to be done for the Philippines to continue improving. You have to make sure that regardless of what era it is, the maps continue to get
Get
harder
harder.
and harder. Exactly.
The
I mean,
Filipinos must
remember-
evolve.
Remember, this is the first PH National since PH won a World Cup in Mania. 4K or 7K. So, yeah, even for 7K, the qualifiers aren't exactly the hardest, to be fair, but it's the hardest we've ever had. Pero once we go to later into the tournament, like somewhere around semis or something like that, you'll notice that the difficulty of the charts will be exponentially increasing from that point. We're not yet sure if we're going to match MWC Grand Finals because that's kind of a different
Oh
level
my
of
God.
stupid na rin.
That's true, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day, this is what we'll be offering for everyone for the meantime. And we hope that you
Awesome.
enjoy. Go ahead, sir. What were you saying?
For 4K, by the way, I'm kind of excited as well because the 2018 and the 2019 champions are playing in this tournament,
Yo, poggers.
and both of them are also in the 7K tournament because they were teammates in LWC.
Oh my god, dude. When you said 2018, I thought you meant me.
No, holiday friend,
Oh my God.
holiday friend. This is
Na ano lang ako.
HF ata yun.
HF yun eh.
Oh,
I
HF.
was a
Yeah,
bit
yeah.
confused.
Damn,
Oh my
bro.
god. Okay, everyone. So, I believe that's all that we have. Or
May
unless-
special announcement si Paul. May special
Yeah.
announcement si Paul.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, special announcement for 7K players. I got some message from someone. I'll just make his name anonymous because he wants that's what he wants or she wants.
Mhm.
We will be having a prize pool for 7K players The amount will be still in secret. I will just distribute them to the winners. But there is one condition for that one. All of these players must play for each round, and if there's the case of disqualification, and he will be placed for first to third, the price for that player will be voided.
Oh wow, alright. So it price full for 7K, huh?
Yes.
Ano na
Alright.
4K? Ano
Alright,
na?
alright. I'm gonna make the announcement now, okay? I will
Okay.
personally sponsor the prize pool for 4K. Done. There.
Yeah. Yan ang sana all.
Yeah.
Kasali po isang sakong bigas for 4K
Oo.
prize pool. Salamat na lang po.
Just Gcash my location po.
Also, some special announcement lang. As was shown in the forum thread, that yes, the qualifiers will be played next week, pero the round of 16 will not be played on June 3, June 4. It will be played on June 10 and 11 instead. Kasi June 3 and 4 is Conquest weekend and may special
Yay!
event OSPH doon na LAN. So, for those who are interested in the OCPH booth this coming Conquest from June 2 to 4, feel free to buy your tickets at conquest.ph if I'm not mistaken about the website.
Yes.
That's true. I just want to add to that. Gusto niyo ba ng...
Also, kita-kita na lang po tayo doon.
Totoo. Gusto niyo ba ng ticket sa Conquest? Ganun ko lang.
Uy.
Gusto niyo ng ticket sa Conquest? Eh di, bumili kayo.
Yun.
Visit.
O sige, let's go. Is that it for everyone?
Yeah,
Let's
that's it
go.
for
Tara,
me.
punta na tayo,
Let's
Conquest.
go. Let's go Conquest.
Let's go, Conquest. Tara.
Good
I guess-
luck to the players, and maps will be uploaded sometime within the next 24 hours kasi some of us are actually in Europe or like in the American time zone, so
Yeah.
That's true.
medyo madidelay yung ibang upload. Please stand by na lang po. The master sheet will be updated also once the maps have been uploaded. We'll be just posting a further announcement. Sige, since si Todet yung na-late, siya dapat mag-outro ngayon.
Okay, so alright, so speaking of which, my headphones disconnected. Oh my god, I was about to say something emotional. Okay. So, I just wanted to say it really makes me happy that as time passed on, there are still a lot of players that are still interested in playing this tournament. However, this is where I want to wish the players good luck because this tournament is not going to be any easier compared to last time. And I just wanted to say, of all the new players that I've seen play and give their shot at anything, I know that all of you have your capabilities, no matter how you think you do. Because the first step in being able to succeed is to believe that you can do it. And I personally have faith in all of you that you will be able to set your PBs, do your best, and just have a great time, especially in the qualifiers. With that being said, there's only room for a little. So please do your best and good luck on the OSU Philippines Nationals 2023. Thanks to everyone. See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Adieu.
Good luck po.